Hi friends, in today's session, with the help of some examples, we will see which equations are called linear equations in one variable. In the last session, we saw how to create an equation for the given information. Do you remember what this equation tells us? Here, x is a variable whose value we want to find out. This equation tells us that the total value of the left-hand side must be equal to the right-hand side, that is 80. Let's start this session with these equations. Here, the first equation has two variables, x and y. Similarly, the second equation contains two variables, a and b. But our last equation has only one variable, which is x. Therefore, only this equation can be called a linear equation in one variable. Now, there are some equations with one variable. Look at the first equation. The highest power of the variable x is 1. In the second equation, the highest power of x is 2. Can you find the highest power of the variables in the other two equations? Absolutely right. In the equations 3 and 4, the highest power of x is 3 and 1 respectively. An equation is called a linear equation in one variable when the highest power of its variable is 1. So can you now tell which of these equations are linear equations in one variable? We see that both these equations are linear equations in one variable, and neither of these two are linear equations. Let us look at some more equations. Of these four equations, which equation is a linear equation in one variable? Notice the first equation. In this equation, the highest power of the variable x is 2. Therefore, it cannot be a linear equation in a single variable. Now, in the second equation, we can see that the highest power of the variable x is 3. Therefore, this equation also cannot be a linear equation in one variable. Now, let's consider the third equation. Here, the highest power of the variable y is 1. Therefore, it is a linear equation in one variable. Let us go to the fourth equation. Here we can see that the highest power of variables a and b is 1. So this is a linear equation, but because we have two variables a and b, this equation is not a linear equation in one variable. Therefore, only the third equation is a linear equation in one variable. In this session, we looked at some examples of linear equations in one variable. One variable means there is only one variable in the equation, and linear means the highest power of that variable is 1. In the next video, we will see few misconceptions about linear equations in one variable. Linear equation in one variable. In this session, we will see some common misconceptions related to linear equations in one variable. Look at this equation. We have learned that this is called a linear equation in one variable. Why? Because, first of all, it has only one variable. And second, the highest power of the variable is 1. Now look at both these equations. Do you think that these two are linear equations in one variable? No. Only the first equation is a linear equation in one variable because its highest power is 1. But as you can see in the second equation, the variable appears twice, and both times its power is 1. Then why is the second equation not a linear equation? Let's find out. An important aspect of this equation is that x in the equation is multiplied by 5x. So, the term related to x in this equation will be a product of 5x and x. Here we see that two terms with base x are being multiplied. Therefore, their individual powers will be added and the last term will be 5x square. As you can see, the power of x is 2. As per the definition of linear equation, the second equation cannot be considered a linear equation. Therefore, the second equation is not a linear equation in one variable. Let us take another example. Observe these equations carefully. Can you find which of these equations are linear equations in one variable? The first and third are definitely linear equations in one variable. But what about the second equation? There is some confusion in the second equation because the variable in this equation is to the right of the equality sign, but this is also a linear equation with one variable. Can you tell why? In any equation, the position of the variable does not matter. The equation only tells us that the value of the expression on the left will be equal to the value of the expression on the right. So, in a linear equation with one variable, the variable can be present on either side of the equation. Let's end this session. In this session, we saw some common misconceptions related to linear equations in one variable. In the next video, we will learn how to solve a linear equation in one variable.